What's up guys, it's the Proverb. We're back with a new video, and today I'm going to be doing a new video on No Man's Sky. I haven't dropped the upload in about 3 weeks. I've been busy with school, stuff like that, so we're finally back with a new video, and today I'm going to be doing a guide on how to find a really good planet on No Man's Sky. Now, if you play No Man's Sky, you know that there's a bunch of different planets. You have different planets with different environments. You got toxic planets, fiery planets, very cold planets, stuff like that. And today's guy's gonna be teaching you how to find those sort of really nice planets. So I found this really perfect planet on this current system, and let me guys show you that. It's a bountiful planet, but it also has exotic features because it has bubbles on the surface. So let me travel to that. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so here we are. I'm making my land on the planet, and as you can see, it already has a rainbow at the top. And let me just land on the surface on my little base I built here. And you can see here that there's bubbles on the surface. This planet looks absolutely amazing. I really like this planet. It's got really nice fauna. It's got the little very nice bubbles. It looks very nice. It's a nice blue planet, kind of like so similar to Earth in a sort of way. It's got lots of life, lots of trading posts with like minerals and stuff like that. What you need. It's got copper, ferronium, silver, stuff like that. And just sort of planets that you can easily have a life on, and that's just really nice looking and exotic with all these bubbles. Because exotic planets are really rare to find in this game. So I'm going to be telling you guys how you can find these sort of planets. So now here's what I found interesting about the sort of galaxy that I found here that I named Delta, and I'm going to be leaving the glyphs in the bottom in the corner so that way you guys can check this out. So I named these planets according to certain artists and rappers and stuff like that. And I found that this system has actually 3 lush planets. No, actually, I don't mean exotic. These are just lush planets. They have very nice fauna. They have very good temperatures. They have no storms at all. And that's this Delta Architects Flourishing, the Corrupt, which is the planet we were just on, and then Proof. And this planet is also verdant, it has star bulbs. Any planet that has star bulbs as a plane means that it is lush and it has probably the best weather. So it's probably one of the top planets that you want. It looks the best. It has like the best weather and stuff like that. So you may be wondering, well, how do you know that the system you're going in has these lush planets? Well, if we take a look at the galaxy map here, you can check out a system on the little, like under the little name, you can see F5 and water. Now, No Man's Sky uses a sort of random generator when it comes to generating these sort of galaxies, and as you can see, the number can be between 9 and 0. Now, the higher the number, so let's say the system is 9, the higher chance of there being barren and very hot planets. But and the lower the number, the higher the chance of there being freezing planets. So what you want to essentially do is come around in the middle. So as you can see, any number between like maybe 4 and 6 probably gives you the highest chance to find lush planets like the ones I discussed just before. As you can see right here, this is an F5 system, which means that the temperatures are around in the middle. Now, a really big part of this is to have it on a yellow galaxy. Now, galaxies like a red or a blue one have a much less chance of having a lush planet than, let's say, a yellow system. The yellow system has the highest chance of getting a lush planet. Now, as you can see, if we go to this system right here, this is an FZero system, which means there's more likely to be freezing planets, so let's just visit that. So we enter the FZero Galaxy, and then we look around, see Frostbound planet. That's the first planet we find. This actually essentially proves that if you have a lower number, there's going to be a higher chance for colder planets. Now, this doesn't completely negate the chance of you being able to find a lush planet. Of course, it's entirely possible. As you see, we have a swampy planet right here, and then on the left of this we have a humid planet. So this is a star bulb, so that means that is a lush planet. And then on the back of that, it looks kind of like a dead planet. Let's see, it's either dead or really cold. Let's check. So, yep, freezing. Basically, that proves that it's depending on the number. So as you can see here, we're gonna look for a higher. So let's see, if we visit this system right here, this is an F8 system, so there's more likely to be hotter planets and more barren planets. So let's make sure that that's actually the case. So we're now in the F8 system, and we can skate around the planets. As you can see here, we have a caustic planet, so this is a radiation planet. Now this is the radiation planets can be anywhere. It doesn't matter what temperature it is. So we have an acrid planet. This is the same deal. Sort of radiation planets can happen anywhere, really. Doesn't matter what temperature it is, you can probably find a toxic planet. Yep, as you can see right there, there's a barren planet, which means that it has zero life. It's basically a massive desert. Not really one of the greatest planets. They don't really look that good in my opinion, but everyone's opinion is different. So basically that proves that the higher the number, the more chance of there being barren and hot planets. And of course, on the opposite spectrum, you have the lower the number, the colder the planets. Now, of course, in the middle, in the F5, the F6, the F4 range, you have a higher chance of finding lush planets, and that's why this system right here had like 3 of them. Now, of course, it's not even, you can even find lush planets in an F9 or an F0. It's completely possible, like how you just saw. But if you have sort of that number in the middle, there's a higher chance. Now, another factor we have to throw in there is if that system has water, because a lush planet will almost always have water, and if the system does not have water, there's more of a chance that there's no lush planets on that certain system. So as you can see, I'm heading over to a galaxy that has absolutely no water. Now we're on the galaxy that has absolutely no water, and we can get scanning. So we scan this planet, and there's an erupting planet, so that's interesting. That's a volcano planet, which is actually, those are actually pretty rare. We have an acidic planet. This is sort of a toxic planet. We don't want to be there either. Now we can scan this planet. This planet looks either lifeless or just barren completely. Let's check it out. Oh, Forsaken, that's a completely lifeless planet. You're not going to see any animals or anything there. Let's check this one right here. This one also looks lifeless. Up, as you can see, there's a lifeless planet. You can tell that a planet's lifeless just by looking at it. If it's got like the certain sort of like, it's got like no color. So as you can see here, there's no atmosphere. You look at other planets, some of them have clouds and stuff like that. For like dead planets just don't have, they have 0 clouds, and you can easily tell from the surface. Now let's scan the moon of this planet. As you can see, we have a rainy moon. So this is one of those rare instances where you can actually find a rainy planet on a non-water system. Now, essentially, that means that these sort of quote-unquote lush planets don't have any water, and some people are more attracted by the planets that actually have water. So this is a really nice colored planet, but it has no water. Let's check out the weather and stuff like that. Sweltering damp. That means. Oh, and this also has very, very high sensitivities. But sweltering damp also means that there's a likely chance for storms. So I say that in a planet that has no water, there's a much higher chance for there to be storms. So essentially, that's pretty much how you find most of these exotic lush planets. Now, if you find a lush planet, there's the name generation basically works so that it doesn't tell you that it's an exotic planet. It's not going to tell you that it's a bubbling exotic planet. Now, it doesn't tell you, as you saw in the older planet, it didn't tell me that it was an exotic flourishing planet or a flourishing moon or whatever. It just said that it was flourishing, it was rainy and stuff like that. So you actually have to go into the planet to figure out if it's actually exotic or not. And that's basically how you figure out how to get these lush planets. Now, I'm going to say this again, that if you want the glyphs to this system, they're going to be on the bottom left, and you can check it out anytime. This system has 3 lush planets, a dead moon, an incandescent planet, which is basically a hot planet. That's where the glyph portal is. And yeah, that's pretty much everything interesting. So I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful, this sort of like little guide. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but I plan to make more videos, so if you guys want to see any specific videos, leave them down in the comments. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. So peace out.